Hi, first graders. I was just thinking about our name project that we've been working on this summer, and I just finished my name poster, and I thought it would be fun if I shared it with you a little bit. And this way, if you're not sure what to do for your project, or if you just want to get to know me a little bit before the school year starts, this is the perfect chance to do it. So, I took the questions that you asked your grown-ups, and I asked my grown-ups, or my parents, about my name too. So the first question I asked was, why did you choose my name? And my name in school is Miss Breen. That's what you call me. That's what you'll hear me be called in school. But that's not the name that my grown-ups chose for me. My grown-ups chose the name Ellen. So my first name is Ellen. And so when I asked them why they chose that name for me, I kind of already knew a little bit because my grandmother, or my mom's mom, her name was Ellen too. And so I was named after my grandmother, and I've always thought that that was really, really, really special. And even though I already knew the answer to this question, when I asked my parents, we started telling stories and sharing memories about my grandmother, and it was a really special conversation, and we had a lot of fun talking about it. So I hope that you also had a lot of fun when your grown-ups were telling you these stories too. The second question I asked my grown-ups was, does my name mean anything special? And we didn't really know the answer to this question. We didn't really know if my name meant anything. So we looked on the internet to see what the name Ellen means. And I was so excited when we did this because I found out that my name means bright torch or sunshine or sunlight. And this was super exciting for me to find out because I love the sun. I love the summer, I love when it's hot, and I just think when the sun is shining, it makes everything a little bit better. You feel a little bit happier, it's fun to be outside, and so I was so excited to learn that my name meant sunshine. And the last question was, does it come from a certain country? And so my name is an Irish name. And that makes sense because my family is from Ireland. My dad was born in Ireland and then moved to America. And my mom's grandparents were born in Ireland and then moved to America. So it made sense that my name was Irish. And one thing that this really made me think about this project was that I didn't used to like my name. When I was younger, I used to think that my name was boring, and I didn't know anybody with the name Ellen, and the only people that I knew with the name Ellen were either my grandmother or other people who were a little bit older. And so I didn't really like my name, but I learned to love it. And I think a lot of the reasons that I learned to love my name was because I learned how special it was. It's so special that I'm named after my grandmother. I didn't know that it meant sunshine, but that's super special to me too. And it's from the country of Ireland, which is a very special place for me. So, when I did my name poster, I wrote my name Ellen in block letters, E-L-L-E-N. And I colored these letters in the same pattern as the Irish flag. So this flag represents the country Ireland, just like we have the red, white, and blue American flag for the country of the United States of America. So underneath the Irish flag, I also drew a shamrock, because a shamrock is a small plant that a lot of people think of when they think of Ireland. Something else that I drew was the sun shining, because I learned that my name means sunshine. And then I drew these two things to represent my grandmother, who was also named Ellen. So the first thing I drew was an apron, because my grandmother loved to bake. It was always our favorite day when we would smell her baking rolls or scones. And when I was little, well, for most of my life, I lived with my grandmother. It was me and my mom and my dad and my two sisters, and we lived with my grandmother as well. So I used to help my grandmother bake a lot, and then we got to eat all of the cool things that she baked too. So that's super special. And the other thing I drew for my grandmother are some bunches of grapes, because in our backyard we had a big grapevine. And every fall we would go outside and we would have paper bags and we'd have scissors and we would find all of the bunches of grapes and cut them off, and we would bring them inside to make grape jelly. And it was a big process that we would have to do. We would wash the grapes, we would soak them, we'd have to pick out the ones that floated to the top because that meant they weren't any good. We used to boil them, and we would smush them and smash them, and it was so much work, but when we were done, we would have enough grape jelly that we wouldn't really have to go to the store to buy it for the rest of the year. And whenever I smell the Concord grapes, they're a special kind of grapes, and whenever I smell them, it makes me think of my grandmother, and it's just a really, really special thing. So I decided to draw some grapes because they remind me of my grandmother, who was also named Ellen. So this project was really fun for me to do, even though some of it I already knew. I learned some new information. I got to tell some stories with my family to help me remember some happy memories. And it reminded me that even though I didn't used to like my name, I learned to love it, and it's okay if there are times that you don't love your name. It's okay if there are times that you do love your name. Things change, and it's so special because it represents you. So, I hope you liked learning about my name. I'm going to have this in the classroom for when you come on the first day. And I can't wait to see your names, to learn about your names, and to get to know you. So, I can't wait to see you on the first day at Cunniff West for your first day of first grade. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.